Alright, welcome FitCo family, Shelton Matsey here. Get ready to give you another great video on, my cousin had a question on eating healthy and how does she incorporate healthy eating into her lifestyle. And there's a lot of different directions we can go on this, but I want to give some general tips and tools. And we brought in part of our FitCo family, just got done doing the stairs, so if it's not too much out of breath. And they're going to share what's worked for them, because they all have had success in our Lean Jeans program and success in our program overall, and what tips and tools they can give to other people. So we have Lucy, Ryan, coach extraordinaire, Patty, and Nancy. All right, so who wants to start?
I'll start it off. One tip that I found useful for myself was the sweet tooth craving. And one option that I did for an alternative, instead of having to process sugar with desserts and candy and all that stuff, is frozen fruit, especially towards nighttime, where that's typically after dinner you want to have that unhealthy dessert. Berries, which are very sweet but actually low in sugar, high in antioxidants. Put them in the freezer and take them out, and when you have them frozen, they almost taste like a really nice dessert. Different texture, it's cold, kind of has that ice cream satisfaction you can get from it. So just an alternative that you can have for dessert is some frozen fruit. Try it out.
And just caveat off of there's a banana something, which will take bananas, you put an extra fruit in there, buy it on Amazon, it costs like $60, and basically do the same thing Ryan just talked about. Put fruit in there. If you have kids in there, you can add veggies in there, give that really yogurty, creamy texture and consistency without adding in extra crab. So it takes that, what Ryan said, and kind of adds to it. So thank you. That's awesome.
I have a tip. I think the biggest thing that helped me the most was preparing my meals ahead of time on Sunday. Because a lot of times during the week, even if I don't have a set meal plan for the week, I have all my basic protein. I have my vegetables chopped up, my fruit. And so if I'm running late or it's a busy day, I go, oh my God, what am I going to eat? I can pick from the variety of foods that I have prepared. And if I'm running around, I always have a bag of almonds, raw almonds, or something that I could just have a handful until I can get a meal down. And I find that helps me where I'm not starving, that I want to come home and have 20 slices of bread to fill me up. And I think that's helped me tremendously during this program.
And people who've been in our program consistently will say that will make or break their week, whether or not they plan to prepare, just in general. Because you find, like Lucy said, you come home, you're tired, don't feel like prepping, and go for whatever's up for grabs, right?
I would say sticking to the protein and produce and healthy fat. Keep them on hand, keep them stocked, but you'll never be hungry if you're eating every 2 to 3 hours and you're eating a lot of protein and good, healthy, fats. It really, you won't be hungry and you'll stay on track.
The biggest thing for me, I'm a working mom of only 2 kids, so the biggest thing for me was getting my kids incorporated into the healthy eating as well. It was a lot of, like these folks said, protein. I did a lot of protein plus fruits, always had some kind of nuts, something healthy snack to snack on if I needed that little oomph to get me through the day. But it was hard. It was actually hard for me to prepare meals just given my hectic schedule. So I always had some kind of fruit, some kind of a nut always on me.
And that goes to setting up your environment for success, and that's what Nancy has done. She's prepared her kids. A lot of times people have separate food for their kids and then for themselves and for their husband or for their wife. And when you have this stuff in the environment, more than likely you're going to pass it so many times, and eventually you're going to down those Oreos, right? Your willpower will eventually succumb to those cakes and cookies or whatever. But if you've taken a family, incorporated into what you're doing, then your success will be that much greater. And then you're also creating healthy habits for your kids and everyone else. Yeah, something to add. You talk about water.
I think when it comes to water, after about a week I get tired of plain water, so I'll switch it up to either lemon water, lime water, apples and cinnamon sticks and water. So like I said, if I need something to drink and I'm tired of water, I gotta switch it up.
And then just one last tip I want to add in, if someone else wants to throw something else in there. You can have those things that you want occasionally. We talk about the 10% rule. For most people, 10% of the time you can have what you want within reason and still move towards your goals. All right. But the key thing, one of the key things I find is don't eat your trigger foods. Some people have things that they eat it and it just sends them on a downward spiral for a long time. So stay away from those trigger foods. And for me, Twizzlers, talking about Twizzlers, it's crazy that may sound. So if you have a trigger food, stay away from it, but still, you can have what you want within reason and still go towards your goals, all right? Anybody else want to add anything?
On that note, I found if I don't take that first bite, I am a carb junkie, and it was the hardest thing for me to give up bread. I don't care what kind of bread, I loved it. On this program, I didn't have any carb like that, no bad carb. I would have the avocado or whatever after I had my workout, but not taking that first bite, I think is the whole key, because once you have that first bite, you think, oh, one more bite won't make a difference, and before you know it, you're eating the whole thing. And so I think don't have that first bite and you'll succeed.
Well, thank you guys. I
All
appreciate
right.
it. Shelton here signing off. And thank you to the rest of our FitCo family. Really appreciate your time and helping others as they reach their goals. So thank you.